because tomorrow will be the day when we find out who the king is or queen.
Welcome to Surviving Man Season 4. So now you're going to get day 3 of Ken Shamrock's Lion's Den training. As you see, all of the skills you're training are compounding upon one another. And then this all finishes up tomorrow in Ken's Ironman event.
You know, obviously we don't want to push you to a point to where you're not going to have too much left or you're going to be injured. I would be doing you no favors if I let you rest today, because each day that you don't do something gives that lactic acid a chance to build up in your body. And when we go tomorrow, it's going to be 3 minutes straight, and it's going to be a tournament. And the 2 best guys are going to end up in the finals. So you need to get ready. I want to push them a little bit. If you don't, they're going to get sore. Okay, it's a 50-50 tie-up right here. Head's on one side, head on the other. What's going to happen when they go through this motion, the head's going to end up on the other side, and the arm's going to end up underneath, and the other one's going over the top. And now they're in the same position, but on the other side. When you rest and you don't work, that's when the stuff that they're going through right now starts to build up on them. That lactic acid, all that soreness gets worse, because tomorrow will be the day when we find out who the king is or queen. When you get used to this, you can pick up the speed. And then I'll also at times say duck under. Go ahead and do a duck under. Bam, okay? That's all it is. She's not resisting. And then it'll be her turn to do a duck under. After she gets going, you can even wait 2 or 3 pummels and you say, go, go. And the guy will say go, and then boom, under the next one he'll go, or she'll go. Boom, underneath. That's all it is. Right? You're not resisting. You're loose and you're warming your upper body up. Hey, when you do this, make sure you're bumping chest so that way you got some power behind that pommel. Bump your chest and your shoulders. With the contestants is really trying to find out their experience levels. You know, some of them are good at striking, some of them are not. Some of them are really good at PT, some of them are not very good at grappling. So it was really just trying to find all of those levels within them, so then when we get to the final day, I'll have an understanding of where I can start putting them so that we get the best 2 in the finals. So he'll put your arms where they gotta go if your arms are loose.
Yeah, if I'm going like this, your arms.
In season 1, I was a lot less experienced than I am now, and 2 guys that really took me under their wing, taught me a lot about humility and teamwork, which was Chris Way and Nick Ryan, the other 2 winners from season 1. Now I kind of see myself in that role here, you know, having been a winner several times. You know, there's some skills here that not everybody is familiar with. Once you suffer together with people, it changes your outlook from, okay, this is gonna suck no matter what. Like, we're all gonna be miserable. And so I'm not out here to just promote myself and give all myself the glory. That kind of goes against, you know, one of my core beliefs. Not only do I want to win, but I want to win by lifting up my team and making sure that we're, for one, successful, and 2, safe. A lot of stuff that we're doing is somewhat dangerous, and it's somewhat dangerous, especially if you've never done it.
Also, too, I think if you have him take 1 step backwards and have him lean into you, you'll be able to actually, because he'll fall into you now, and be able to position him as you're pummeling. When you're standing straight up and you're close into him, it gives me no room to move around. Like, now I'm going back off balance. By doing your training in this kind of stuff, gives you the ability to be able to work smoothly and very, very efficiently without having to think about it and knowing you're doing the right thing. But when he puts no pressure on him at all, he feels nothing. So there's nothing for him to defend. Bam, he's already there. Yeah, keep your head tight. Like here, yeah, because you're in tight. Then you back up, step back. Whether it's the military, whether it's the police department, whether it's just, you know, people who just love firearms, there seems to always be a separation. Their self-protection is with a weapon or their self-protection is with their hands. This is really an exciting time because I think that now people are starting to realize it can't be one-dimensional. Like, you can't just, have a weapon and expect to use it every time somebody comes up and slaps you. Now, you can't pull out a gun and shoot them. So being able to have that hand-to-hand to be able to put them on the ground and respectfully show them that they should not do that. And then the other one, obviously, if there is a real threat, that you have the ability to be able to produce what you have to during that moment. Some people freeze up. I've never been in that moment where I've had to actually pull the trigger. So to me, mixing them together is very exciting, and I think it's time. I think the world is moving in a direction where those things are important, where you have to be able to defend yourself hand-to-hand or with a weapon.
And then this one, so that's over. Under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big shout out to my team. I know there's 8 of us here. We're supposed to be competing against each other, right? It's called Surviving Mann. But we have a great group here. We're working as a unit. We're only successful if all of us are successful. We're only as strong as our weakest link. We all come from different backgrounds of life. We all have different expertise. So we're really leaning on each other. If someone is a better marksman than me, I'm gonna ask him what I need to do. If someone is a better land nav than me, I'm asking him what I need to do. And look, I came here wanting to win, but I'm really blessed that our team has no ego. There's no egos on our squad. We're very competitive, but at the end of the day, we all check in with each other and be like, hey man, are you all right? Hey, are you doing okay? Are you injured? And I know that's a big Navy SEAL thing, is checking on the man next to you. It's like, screw what I'm going through. We're all in pain, we're all hurting, we're all cold. If I focus on my brother and my sister to my right and left, that takes me out of self, and that gets us home. I'm married, I love my wife, I want to get home to her and my dog. So the fact that we work as a unit, my chances of making it home are a lot greater.
The workout on this is the explosion, okay? After you get out of the box, you're not running hard, you're jogging. Go. Yes. Go. Now, put your arms straight out. There you go, and then roll. Give me a 30 count.
30.
Okay, on your knees, do the full rotation again. One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, wow, it looks like they're all tuned up and ready for the Ironman event tomorrow.
I hope so. When you go in tomorrow, don't come in soft. You guys have gotten plenty of time right now to stretch, know where you're at, and give your best. Because tomorrow we're gonna do a tournament style. We're gonna match you up, and the winners are gonna move forward. And then in the end, we'll have 2, and 1 will win. You're gonna have to go hard because you're gonna be in there, and it's gonna be live. It's gonna be a live 3 minutes from stand-up to submission. So far, every one of you guys have done tremendous. You've shown a lot of heart. Some of you showed a lot of skill and a lot of conditioning and a lot of strength. Let's not let that fall apart, okay? Tomorrow we're gonna go hard and we're gonna finish strong. Good to go? Yes, sir. All right.
And now, it's time to prep for the mission.
Things have gotten serious because something's coming up, and Jeff's going to brief us on it.
They came up in Arlington, Texas. yesterday. So we got Red Cat to put up a drone. We told them what to look for. They need a building to assemble the drones. They need a place without prying eyes, preferably in the middle of frickin' nowhere. And we found one that really fit the bill. So we need to go in, we need you guys to recon the area and make sure it is what we think it is. And if it is, then we have to figure a way to disrupt these guys. They're going to launch these drones, and they're probably going to be equipped with an EMP warhead. It uses an explosion to generate a high-powered pulse, fries everything. When you're out there, you're going to need cover. We think the best cover for action would be people training for an extreme athletic event. We're going to have drones available when you do your recon. Red Cat will put birds up. Primary focus is to stop them from attacking.
So we created an ISR team, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance team, to go out and do a reconnaissance. We needed some more data. We had the Red Cat drone support, which was incredible, great support. We were able to see precise, real-world information on the ground, and that helped the team immensely. They practiced their cover for status, their cover for action. They cammied up going into the evening, and they really took this seriously. The plan was to collect intelligence and to surveil the target and do a reconnaissance and come back and report the findings.
You want to get eyes on the target multiple times, but you also want to get it different times of the day. If you have bad guys on site, they may only be there at night or they may only be there at the day. So before you commit people and put people in harm's way, you want to gather as much data over as broad a time frame as you can. And eyes on are always the best.
We're gonna move up the road. Remember, if I call here, that's technically prone, but I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go here. So that means that we're gonna move to the side of the road that I'm pointing to. Another thing is, if you're second and third, you need to make sure you need to do the arm signal too, to confirm to everybody around that we all know what's going on. Okay? All right.
We wanted to know the size of the facility, what the people around the facility might be doing, the activity, this precise location of where the people in the target are.
Which we were also getting from the Red Cat drone.
Were the people, the unit, were they trained? Did they look like just haphazard people with weapons, or were they well-trained guards? We wanted to know any timing, people coming in and out of the building, and what type of equipment.
But a drone can see something but can't see what's underneath it. Or you may see something, okay, wait, that looks like A, but from here it's really B.
Because of the timeliness of this, and we had to get that team out there quickly to gather this information, this intelligence gathering mission, we had them out in the open daylight, and that's something that's very, very risky. So they had to practice the cover for action, meaning if they got caught doing something and someone says, "Why are you doing that?" they can say, "This is why I'm doing this. I am putting together a new sport. And so I have to know if we can cross over this fence to get the athletes from point A to point B." They have to practice that. They have to get really good at that, because in daylight, there's more of a chance for them to get compromised and caught.
The first afternoon mission gives you a general lay of the land. You've got better light, you can see what's there, you can look at the roads, you can see the conditions, you can look around and see, then you look at your map and you can say, with eyes on the ground, this is not a good route, this over here is a better route. You can't do that in the dark.
From Red Cat, you still have 3 adult males walking target building.
Just a type, peaceful walking and talking. Roger that. What's the status of the manned vehicles?
You got to look at it. What's the thickness of the woods? What kind of underbrush is there? You know, how much noise are you going to make going through there? And that can only be determined on site. Now, you don't want to get so close that, you get discovered, obviously, and it's easier to get discovered in the day. But then if you do, that's also why you've got a cover story. You have cover for action on why you're there in case you do run into potential hostiles.
If their cover for status is, hey, there's a group of people there, why are they here? Our status, the reason we are here is because we're part of an organization. So they practice their cover for action, cover for status, because they're out in the daylight. And it's a very good chance they were going to be talked to by locals, just wondering what they were doing there. So the team went out in the afternoon and they practiced basic patrolling. They practiced the hand and arm signals. They got some more target identification,
terrain features. They identified some terrain features. They actually had a plan if they were going to get compromised and the team broke up, where they were going to meet. So when the team came back from the daylight, the first part of the mission, they had a lot of good intel. And we analyzed it, command and control analyzed it, and then we sent them back out for specific, more precise information on the reconnaissance base.
So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the liar. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.